This lesson is on 7.3, which is percents and decimals. So to write a decimal as a percent, we're going to move the decimal point 2 places to the right and add a percent sign because it's like multiplying by 100. So if we multiplied 17 by 100, we'd end up with 17, or 0.17 by 100, we end up with 17%. If we multiply 2 by 100, or move it 2 to the right, we get 200%. And 3.2 times 100 is 320%. The other thing you're going to learn, for example 2, is how to write a percent as a decimal. So in this case, we're going to do the opposite. We're going to divide by 100 or move the decimal places 2 places to the left and remove that percent sign. So here is the same as multiplying by 100. Here we're going to divide by 100. It's up to you if you like remembering it as multiply by 100 and divide 100 or move to the right or left. But whenever you're taking a decimal, it's always going to look bigger as a percent, so you can remember that as the multiply. So in this case, 63% divided by 100, we move it 2 places to the left, so we get 0.63. 0.7%, don't let this fool you, because we still have to move it 2 spots to the left. So 0.007. And lastly, 129%, well, this is going to become 1.29 as a decimal. So those are your first 2 examples. Another type of problem you may have is how can you write fractions as percents? Well, in the case of 4/9, you can first write it as a decimal. So 0.444, so it's 0.4 repeating. And then you can multiply it by 100 or move it 2 places to the right to write it as a percent. So 4/9 is equal to 44.4 repeating percent. 7/4, well, 7 divided by 4 is 1.75. So multiply it by 100, you get 175%. And lastly, for example 4, is finding a percent of a number. So let's do a word problem. In a survey of 1,300 adults, 18% said that the day that they dread the most is Monday. How many adults chose Monday in this study and survey? So basically, we need to find 18% of 1,300. So the first thing we're going to do is we need to write that percent as a decimal. You can't leave it as a percent because that's per 100. So 0.18 times, oops, and I made a little typo here. So just ignore, I actually added an extra 0, times 1,300 is going to equal 234. So we can conclude that 234 adults picked Monday as their least favorite of the week, or the one they dread the most. So I want you to try 2 problems. I want you to find the percent of the number. So in this case, if I told you what is 41% of 12, find that number. What is 207% of 300, find that number for me. And then bring them with you tomorrow, and we'll go over a new equation that'll help you remember how to solve these.